Hey guys, and what's up? This is a series where I count down the top 5 in a chosen topic. Today we're looking at the top 5 theories into the direction that Black Ops 3 is going. Today's episode was partly inspired by Dynamica, so thank you dude, I'll leave your link in the description below. Now bear in mind that I've chosen 5 theories that I know of, but there are literally hundreds of theories both on Reddit and on YouTube, so no doubt I will miss a few, but these are ones that I feel are likely. If there's any that I missed out, then go ahead and leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. In the number 5 spot this week we have what's called the insurance theory. This theory basically looks at the blood vials and says, well, if Richtofen got the blood vials from Mob of the Dead characters and the Mob of the Dead characters have an infinite loop and they have the ability to return from the dead, then we can assume that maybe this is Richtofen's insurance plan, making sure that with all 4 characters having the blood vials, they can have the same ability as the Alcatraz lot, giving Dempsey, Richtofen, Nikolai and Takeo the ability to return from the dead. The multiverse theory is something that has to be mentioned in the list. Now we have had confirmation from Jason Blundell telling us that multiverse does exist within zombies, but we are not yet fully aware at this point of how far the multiverse theory can go. At the moment, if we see something in the zombie storyline that doesn't quite fit the normality of zombies, we assume that it's in a different universe. That's basically what the multiverse theory is, different universes where a different outcome to your own universe exists. Because there are an infinite amount of universes with this theory, anything is possible with this theory as an explanation. I used this theory to talk about the 5-minute long Zetsubou no Shima trailer we had a month back for the Xbox One release. I explained how we see Takeo 2.0 killing the other characters and anything else that seems to be strange about the trailer. We can assume that it was in some alternate universe where Takeo is essentially the Richtofen of the group, where he ends up turning on them. Not to say that Richtofen will turn on the group, but he would have most likely to do so if this were to happen. In short, the multiverse theory is spoken by just about every zombies YouTuber, as it stands to play a huge role in the storyline. I'm gonna call this one the betraying Maxis theory. Maxis has the power of teleporting the group to any location he wants. The Giant's Easter egg is there storyline wise for us to tell Maxis where we are. Once you shoot the 3rd teddy bear on the Giant, you get the quote, "I know when and where you are." This is because Maxis up until this point is confused as to where the group is location wise and when the group is, as in which universe, what year and so forth. So we complete the Easter egg for the Giant and Maxis knows then where we are. He then takes us to these other places where we have our DLC map locations. The theory comes that at the end of Zetsubou no Shima's Easter egg, we are then teleported to get these mysterious blood vials, and Richtofen says, call it an insurance policy, in case we don't like where we end up. Why would Richtofen use a summoning key to teleport the group to get these blood vials when he could have just asked Maxis to teleport them? Because of this almost going behind Maxis' back, is Richtofen knowingly going to betray Maxis in future DLCs? Are we going to kill Maxis for some unknown reason? There must be a reason why Richtofen decided to go behind Maxis' back to use the summoning key as a means of teleportation rather than Maxis' power. I'm not quite sure what to call this theory, as it was something that I heard Mr. Waffles mention in a video. He mentioned that each character now has 2 blood vials. If we exclude every map with the 4 original characters, that's Richtofen, Nikolai, Dempsey and Takeo, we are then left with 6 different groups of people. Get rid of Nectar and Toten as the characters on there are unknown, and get rid of the Shadows of Evil group because we know the purpose of the Shadows of Evil crew already. That then leaves us with 4 groups of characters: the Mob of the Dead crew, the 5 crew, Transit crew and the Call of the Dead crew. So maybe the Origins crew have these blood vials from different crews of people. We know Richtofen has 2 out of the 4 crew members blood from Mob of the Dead. Could Dempsey, Nikolai and Takeo have blood from 2 people from each of the other maps, Transit, 5 and Call of the Dead? This theory would be interesting to see happen, as it would also tie in all the loose ends together from all these maps that we have not yet figured out. In the number 1 spot, we're going to discuss the DLC 4 Egypt theory. First of all, I will link Thomas CMH's Reddit post to this one, which is where I got most of my information from, as this post is going to be in greater detail than what I'm going to explain right now, and he also talks about the possibility of a main Easter egg quest within the post and possible steps, etc. But to highlight his points, he mentions that in the Origins ending cutscene, most of the objects in it are noticeable from the zombie storyline. The mystery box, the teddy bear, etc. But up here on screen we have now a still of something that's called the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus is something that symbolises ancient Egypt and is the symbol of protection, royal power and good health. That's the Egypt link number 1. The second link to Egypt that Thomas CMH actually makes is a connection between H.P. Lovecraft and Egypt itself. There's basically an extract from one of the H.P. Lovecraft books that mentions the Great Sphinx of Giza, as well as what he thinks will be the DLC for boss, which is a huge monster with 5 heads. But this second point makes sense as well due to the huge inspiration of H.P. Lovecraft on the Triarch team. By now, most zombie players are aware of the inspiration, but few are looking to H.P. Lovecraft's work to see if they can find anything else that they could relate to in the storyline. The last point Thomas CMH makes is that the still image up on screen now is a still image from one of the teaser trailers from Black Ops 3. What makes this so significant is that these are coordinates to Cairo, not too far away from the pyramids of Giza. Surrounding the coordinates are the numbers 115 and 935. You also have the mark of the beast. All zombies related screenshot, right? The only thing that's not zombies related yet are the coordinates. There are other Egypt sort of connections as well I've seen people make up and theories and everything else, but I thought these 3 points right here that Thomas makes is a very valid point, and I actually sort of now believe that we will be going to Egypt. I did previously think that maybe we'll be going to Agartha, but maybe both Egypt and Agartha will be in sort of one map maybe, I'm not too sure, but Egypt does look like it's very possible. But if you have any suggestions for next week's top 5 episode, then please do make sure to comment down below. But anyway guys, it's going to be all from me, so if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe for more zombies content, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.